I I've been spending a lot of time shaking these paints, and I came up with a cool solution that I wanted to share. I realized the other day that I have a tool that basically does the motion that I want for shaking paint. So I tried it and it worked pretty well. However, I didn't want to have to tape every one of these things to a saw blade. And I've got some that are different shapes that I just, thought I could come up with something better. And I did. I went to Blender, a free software program that's incredible. If you've never heard of it or used it, if you do this kind of stuff, I would highly recommend getting into it. It's like Photoshop for three-dimensional things, kind of. And I made some blanks, just the basic geometry of the two most common paint bottles that I use, and was able to remove these shapes using a thing called a boolean, which essentially just lets you remove the geometry of one shape from another, to create this two-piece hollow little holder that I can mount onto the blade. And yeah, it works pretty good. I had some problems with the 3D print after taking it off of the build plate. There was some parts that were kind of messed up, so rather than try to reprint it and mess around with a 3D printer, I just filled this back space on each of these in with some epoxy sculpt, and it, I think, helped reinforce it a little bit too. So it's a little sturdier there now, which is good because that's where the hardware is going to go. All right, let's put it together. There's a notch here for them to kind of lock together. Try this Citadel paint pot for the first try. You know, a lot of 3D printing stuff that I see is like just trinkety shit meant for landfills. I mean, everything's gonna be in a landfill someday, but I like to think of my 3D printer as something that I can invent things with, and I like coming up with my own designs for stuff. Every time I do, I learn more about it, and it's super fun. This little notch here, I think the teeth on the saw blade actually help kind of hold it in place. All right. This admittedly looks, here, let's do this. We're just gonna pop a quick eyeball on this guy. Make it look more fun. Less, I don't know, I'll let you draw your own conclusions. But now, shaking paint.